This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted today to be joined with Johnny Clark. It's been a while, mate. It's been a couple of weeks. We're finally here tomorrow night. You got your second promoted event. Other than that, mate, how's everything been on sort of a personal level? I know you were in Prague. How's things been, mate?
Yeah, it's been a good run so far. The missus is pregnant. One in Prague, obviously. And hired. And then what we said was, I said to her during the game, that it's about to kick off, I said, babe, I think whoever scores the winning goal, we should name the baby after them. And then West Ham went 1-0 up, and it was Saeed Ben Rama. And I was thinking, it's Saeed Clark. It's got a little ring to it. And then in the end, Jared Bowen scored the winner. So I probably had to get away with that one. But she said she didn't actually agree to it and sign to it. And I was like, well, I've got it on video on Instagram, but it was only a story, and now that's gone. But
Archives, mate,
archives. Oh, yes, archives. There you go. But, no, it meant a lot to me, to be fair. I was very emotional when I was there. See a lot of people from boxing there as well, from around the way. And, yeah, no, it was a good weekend. I've done the romantic side of it, though, because we went into the lively bits, and then where she's pregnant, I was a bit protective, and I thought, no, we best go to have a spa.
What was it like? What was Prague like as an experience, you know? Sort of somewhere I'm thinking, is it a good place for the lads?
Oh, it's a very good place for a young, single lad. Yeah, I'd recommend it for you, mate.
100%. Well, we'll move straight in. Your second promoted event, a big one. A lot of sort of good stories behind it. Going into this, what's it sort of been like since you sort of first made the announcement till now? You know, things in boxing, it's never simple. I mean, I'd be so shocked if, you know, you made an instant announcement, everything happened. Yeah. We see fights fall off. We see sort of ridiculous stuff happen. In your second sort of as an experience, how has it been for you?
Well, the first one, it ran like clockwork. The only problem that we come up against was the LED screens. They didn't come on. And at the time, I was devastated. But then at the end of it, I thought, if my only problem was a computer screen didn't come on, I've had a good run. And then, this one, we've had 14 pull-outs on the show, 5 in the last week. They all got dealt with. I've had a boxer retire on my show. People miss medicals. So it's been a massive struggle. But it's my own fault, because the last one I was saying I'm a great problem solver. We can get everything dealt with. I think on my feet. And in this promotion, they thought, you know what? Prove you got momentum. We're going to test you. And I think I come through it.
100%. And one thing you've always said to me is about your problem solving. You said, you know, you're such a good problem solver. Yeah. And you just said there, even though you've had these 14 pull-outs, you've had guys retire, you've had, you know, all sorts of things happen. People face medicals. What is it about you that the big thing for you is that you're still going ahead tomorrow night, and that's a credit. So how important is it that you think about the best option and what's next possible, even when you have these sort of so much misfortunes?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I have to thank my sponsors, because they build the base for the show to be on. With their backing, I'm not too devastated with ticket sales. I make sure the show's covered. I sell enough tables to cover the rest. And then what the boxers do on the night, then that helps obviously for the next shows. So problem solving was really for the boxers, not for the show. So the boxer that got let down, I would not rest. So Nathan Comiskey, he's 50-50 dropped out. And I did not rest until I find someone that could get him down here and on the show. Because it's a long way, and if you're in a 50-50, you haven't got to pay an opponent. And then that all changed. So I made sure that he could get down there. And then obviously Kevin Revell, same situation. Go right through the card. It happened all the way through. Lately, Thomas Galbraith, it happened to him. We should have two, shouldn't we, like they do for Eddie Hearn and that. Yeah. All right. But so it's been testing. But like I said, it wasn't the promotion that was taking a hit, because the marketing and the backing I've had, it was more on the boxers and the quality of the show. But now to say 14 pull-outs and I've still got 11 fights on the show, we show great resilience.
Definitely. And another thing we just talked about there is the promotion, and there's been a lot invested in the promotion. And one thing you've always said to me is about sort of treating your fighters like they're pay-per-view stars. Mm-hmm. How important is the investment in the promotion, where you see these Instagram videos, I see them all the time, and sort of all the videos on Twitter and all the different socials getting posted, where it's different to sort of what you've had for any other small show.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, we want to come different, and I believe like you brought it up, like the promo videos, they really help to the point where my friends are now getting people in to film them in the gym because it's self-promotion. And the more people see, the more they see it, the more ticket sales they do, the more fans they get. And it really helps the business that they own, because what a boxer's got to realise is they are their own business. So they've got to market themselves, they've got to push themselves. As a promoter, I'll do everything I can to help them on that journey, but it does help if they join in with me. And then I'm seeing people that aren't with me that are showing me videos, look, I've had done this promo. I was like, lovely. You know what I mean? Sonny, listen, Hardy, your twin as it goes. And it was lovely. You know what I mean? But it was good to see that I'm not changing the game, but I'm probably helping out people when it's only my second promotion. So, yeah.
Well, we'll run through the card. We've got Jordan Purkiss, we've got Jack Martin, both defending their titles. Yeah. All the three cards we've got pro debuts, 50-50 fights. Yeah. You know, I mean, I can only list it off. I mean, you know, off the top of my head, but I mean, if you just want to run through some brilliant fights on the card, it's not a problem for me.
Well, Zach Fee, someone I'm really excited about. I met him through Let's Go. He's got great debut walk coming. And I can't wait to have him on. It's been a pleasure to have on. Very grateful and a very nice young man. And then we've got, obviously, Thomas Galbraith. He had a late pull-out, which was Monday, from the board for Lorenzo. And he's now got... Who's he got? He's got... Yeah, that's it, Sanchez, who's also fought Linares. So that's a great, if he wins, it's a great story for him. So it's not a bad ending to his name, his experience on my show. So yeah, he was meant to have 50-50, earn more money, but it dropped out, and what he's got out of it is he'd have someone who's fought Linares, so it's good for him.
And we were talking about the two guys defending their title that just weighed in, Jordan Purkiss and Jack Martin. We sort of spoke about sort of Jordan already before, but another massive fight for him where if he wins this, he could potentially be really pushing for big honours, and even though he sort of talked about potentially moving down as well. So there's big fights for him and for Jack as well, where in his last fight, which was an incredible fight against Shaquille Day, there's, as you say, there's a lot of momentum riding with him.
Momentum, see what I done. But yeah, for me, Jordan, well, he's got the beauty that he can go up or down now, so wherever the biggest fight is for him, then he can go. And yeah, for Jack, obviously our commentator on the night will be Sam Gilly. That's with the English. I don't know what he's doing after, but that could be a route for him. And they could probably talk at the show. I'm sure they'll speak to Sam at the show as well, and the commentators will be asking him questions. So I think that could be a good route for him, yeah.
And another thing where you look at it, just from your whole experience now in boxing, what have you learnt a lot about yourself, would you say? Have you learnt about the game, like actually being in there, like having your licence, being a promoter? Would you say you've learnt a lot about yourself? Yeah. I have learnt a lot. One is sometimes, I never take anything for granted, but always checking on how things are getting on, make sure that what you've asked to be done is done. Hey, Abdul. Yeah, so I've learnt a lot, but I was pretty confident that my skills and what I bring to the table will be placed on show anyway, so I more knew how I was going to get on, so I'm happy. We've got exciting things for the future?
Yeah, September the 2nd's looking good already. To be honest, the card's closed, so everyone's set for the show. It's just what I've learned from this show, like with the medicals, the eye exams, the bloods, if they're not done early, then unfortunately they will be pulled off my show and we'll get them replaced, because I don't want to lose 5 opponents on the last week, and I don't want to lose good fights either, because it was a great fight that I lost. So yeah. And is it also, whilst we're in Brentwood, the show's in Brentwood, is it also good to get local talent like Jordan, like Harvey Horn, Thomas, Will Jones? All of his sort of gym is in Essex, and you've got loads of guys fighting. Is it good to have that local talent where you can potentially drive loads of ticket sales as well? Yeah, it's great, to be fair, but I think it's easy where everyone's Essex, so I've got to venture out and test myself as well. So I'd love, once I've built the brand up a little bit, to get top tier on tour, maybe Wales, Newcastle, Bristol, just venture out a little bit, and that'll be definitely in year 2 what I'll be looking to do, is venture out, yeah. Johnny Clark, thank you for your time, mate, and always thank you for the hospitality, mate. I appreciate you being invited here for a big show on Saturday night. I'm sorry I won't be there, mate. I'm in Zante, mate, so but yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate it, top man. Thank you.